Shalom, shalom, Akim. I'm going to start by giving all glory, honor, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, RICANS. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone to teach them well. Peace and salutations be to the Lord for elect. My brother Tazwan, coming at you from the prophets in Babylon, camp here in Tampa, Florida. Okay. This lesson is going to be touching basis on this end time headlines article. Grab it. Alright, so it says end time headlines. Evangelical leaders call on Trump to form advisory council on AI ethics. Alright, so evangelical leaders, basically religious leaders, is calling on Trump to form an AI advisory council. Okay, basically a council on AI ethics, which is just they're trying to figure out how they're going to fashion religion around AI. That's basically what they want to know. Basically, what they want to determine, what they want to decide on during this advisory council. Okay. It says, in a significant move reflecting the growing intersection of faith and technology. It says growing intersection, meaning it says growing intersection, meaning they're gonna cross paths and come and form it to be one, pretty much. Okay. They're gonna intersect. It says the growing intersect, meaning they're about to intersect each other. They're about to run into each other and merge. Basically, so they're talking about, well, we need to form an advisory council on what life is going to be like when this happens. Okay. It says a group of prominent evangelical leaders has issued an open letter to President Donald Trump, urging him to establish a presidential advisory council to address the ethical implications of artificial intelligence. Okay. Which artificial intelligence is AI. It's abbreviated as AI. So, okay. Which is those ethical implications goes into basically how they're going to live life, how they're going to go about life, the principles of life. How is that going to be established now that AI is in the mix? Okay. Which they have these devils got something coming up called one world religion, one world government, one world order. Okay, one world currency. They're about to merge everything, not just religion, but everything. When this MOTB comes out, it's going to be centered around the image of the beast, which is Rome's ways revived. All right, and their main insignia is going to be that MOTB. That's what is going to be their form of worship of the beast. Okay, because the scriptures say you're gonna have to worship the beast, right? Well, actually, we can grab it. Because worship goes into praise. All right, which you have to have faith in something to worship something. You have to praise something to worship something. Okay, it has to be a higher power or God or something that you idolize. Okay. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 15. It's lucky. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. Okay. That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right, which this MOTB is going to be centered around AI. The New World Order is going to be centered around AI. All right, so these evangelical leaders are trying to figure out where is religion going to fit in and how are we going to guide religion? What are going to be the new rules of our religions and our faiths now that we're about to merge with AI, now that we're about to intersect with AI, because it's only a matter of time, right? If Trump is putting all this money into AI and cryptocurrencies and digital payments, and okay, you got to start questioning, what does that mean for Christianity? What does that mean for Catholicism? Okay, all these religions, these different religions that's going around the world, what does that mean for them? Okay, there's going to be a new form of worship in the earth, all right? Because this AI, you got Chat GPT, you can go and ask them anything, and some people even idolize Chat GPT or AI already, okay? Which they're going to look to this thing as a god, which it says in the article. If you want to read the article, Slovakia, if you want to read the article, they were going into it. I'm not going to get all the way into it because it's a long article, but they were going into it basically how they're trying to figure out what does AI, what does this mean? What are they going to have to change basically? Or is this going to cause cautions or problems for their religion? Is it going to cause problems for their teachings? Are they still going to teach? You know what I'm saying? This is what these people are worried about, which at the end of the day, they do it for money. So they don't really care. They just want to be up to game on what they're going to do and how they're going to do it. All right, because the world is about to switch over and start worshiping technology. It's really, they're going to be worshiping Esau in the form of technology. And this image, the image of this beast, all right, the beast system, okay, by way of the MOTB, the RFID microchip. It says, and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So if you don't get down with this devil's plans and devices, you're going to have to be put down, okay? That means you're going to have to worship. If you don't put aside your God or your faith or your belief and come to worship his image, this image of the beast, okay, by way of taking the MOTB and following after their rules and regulations, their unrighteous decrees, guess what? They're going to send you to get capital punishment, which means they're going to punish you in front of this, in sight of everybody. All right, that's Rome's ways revived. That's what Rome was doing. Okay. That's what Rome was doing, is public punishments, crucifixion, beheadings, okay, all sorts of punishment. Now they got firing squads, all such things as that now, okay. But they're gonna do the point of the capital punishment is doing it in front of everybody to make an example out of those who don't want to follow in line, okay. If you don't want to follow in line, the MOTB, you're gonna be persecuted. All right, scriptures say, he that turneth away from evil maketh himself a prey. Okay, and then another one says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. You're going to be tempted in all forms, shapes, and sizes, because this devil's going to come with it. Not only the things of this world, which is the sins and transgressions and the lust of the flesh will you be tempted with, but you also going to be tempted with the things that this devil is pushing out to you. You want food, you want water. You know, the scriptures say we ain't gonna no longer be stayed upon him that smote us. All right, but these people are addicted to being dependent upon Esau's government. You want food, you want water, you want food stamps and benefits, this and that. Guess what? You got to get this MOTB. All right, which now they're already making cuts to food stamps and government assistance and things of that nature, because Trump is already trying to usher in a new world, a new age. All right. Matter of fact, man, that's another topic. I'll do a lesson on that. But basically, he got into it saying all these people that wanted these things, these Democrats that wanted these laws and legislations, they're having a hard time coping with their new president. Roughly paraphrasing. Then he goes on to say they fail to realize that these things will never be the same again. They will never get these things back again, which is the ways that they used to live, their old ways. All right. So that's heavy. But that also goes to show you that this devil is planning to push America into a new world order, okay, by way of that image. So these evangelical leaders are now contacting Trump like, yo, Trump, what are we going to do about the AI and religion? You know, which eventually is gonna come out. Hey, we're gonna establish a one world order, one religion, one currency, you know, one mind. You're gonna have one. They're gonna try to do one body in Satan. All right. They don't want to. They don't want you to have your own morals or integrity anymore. Everybody. It's not gonna only be the celebrities anymore. They're gonna have everybody sell out to. They're gonna try to get everybody to sell out to the devil, man. Okay, and worship his image. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So they're going to cause you to receive a mark in your right hand or in your foreheads. And this is your form of worship for that beast. It says, in the article, it says, titled Christianity in the Age of AI, an appeal for wise leadership. The letter, released on May 21st, 2025, hails Trump as the AI president. Okay? What does that mean for the world? Okay, they hailing Trump as the AI president. Don't that mean AI is about to take over America? Don't that mean AI is about to take over your everyday life? Look how strong it's already getting. Okay, these AI videos, it used to look like bullshit, but now they're starting to become more and more realistic. Like, you can't tell if it was real or not. The other day I was watching a video that I know was a video of a boy just crying out and then laughing. But he spoke no words. But instead, they changed the AI. They used AI to change his mouth to move. Okay, you got things like deep fake. Okay, I believe that's it. I mean, there's more to it, but you got things of that nature where they can make it look like you said something that you didn't say. But the boy in the video, the original video, he was only crying out and laughing. It was crying in the beginning of the video, then towards the end he started laughing. But he never said a word. But they got it to where they was moving his lips, and he still had the crying face, but they were moving his lips to look like he was crying and speaking with AI technology. Okay, and they put whatever words they wanted to in his mouth, which definitely wasn't what he said. Some little African boy, or Hamite boy from across the world, man, possibly a Jake, but who knows. The point is, their AI is getting a lot stronger and a lot more developed, and now they're calling Trump like, "Yo, what are we gonna do? You know, AI is taking over. What are we gonna do about religion?" Which is about to be unveiled soon. A one real religion. It says, hails Trump as the AI president and calls for responsible stewardship of AI development to ensure it aligns with human-centered and ethical values. Right? Which is all bullshit. And these human-centered and ethical values that they're talking about is still wicked because they don't worship the true power. Okay? They worship their own bellies. They want to know if they're going to still be able to do what they want to do and do what they will, do as thou wilt, you know, when AI merges with religion. When AI becomes the new worship, the next thing to worship. It says, according to the Christian Post, a letter signed by about a dozen influential figures, including Rev. Johnny Moore, president of the Congress of Christian Leaders, Rev. Samuel Rodriguez, which it goes on, but I'm gonna end it there. It's not really that much important. You just know that the evangelical leaders are looking for guidance on what to do when AI takes over religion, because they know that it will. So this is all prophecy, okay? They're going to form an NWO and a one world order and a one world government, one world religion, where everybody is doing the same thing, okay? It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. They're going to try to put a mark in your right hand, which right hand goes into dextrose, which is dominant hand. They're gonna try to put one in your dominant hand or in your head. You see, Elon Musk got the Neuralink that goes in the brain, and as he's developing, it's getting stronger and stronger. Now you got more patience with it and more successful stories with it. You haven't heard a failing story yet. Yeah, they're gonna implicate this thing, and Elon Musk is right underneath Trump. He sponsored Trump, you know. So these guys are working hand in hand. The AI president, along with the mark of the beast, the Neuralink creator. Okay, What do you think that's going to create in a time like today, where the economy's failing and the dollar's collapsing? What do you think they're about to do together? Okay, you think the Lord got them together for no reason? No, things are about to shake. They're about to shake this world before you know it. Trump didn't say he's gonna make America great again for no reason. He's about to bring about a great change here in America, and not great for good, but great for the worse. Shit's about to get heated. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So you're not gonna be able to buy or sell unless you get down with Trump's system, this beast system. Okay, which all these devils are in cahoots together. That's why when Trump got inaugurated, that illusion of division disappeared. Okay, this is all scheduled and planned out, because you seen all those that stood against him in the seats with him. You seen Biden behind him, sitting in the seat clapping. Kamala sitting in the seat clapping, right up there on the stage with him. Obama sitting in the seat clapping on stage with him. Okay, and they had to be there. Why? Because this is all orchestrated. This is not a fight for rulership. This is not a fight for leadership. Back in the old times, when a new king came into rulership, it was through death and bloodshed. Okay, it wasn't a peaceful passive power. There wasn't a peaceful transmission of power. All right, it was usually through bloodshed. All right, or like the scriptures say, by unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Okay, so that's how kings really came into rulership. But you see these guys sitting up there on stage together, you got to think, man, something's up. These guys were just talking about how Trump is the worst person for the country, yet they up there clapping for him right behind him on stage while he's speaking. Here's wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Okay, because 3 score is 20. A score is 20, and 3 times 20 is 60. So 666 is the number of the beast, right? So when you look on the UPC, the product code of anything that you buy, if you look at that barcode on the bottom, it's got 2 bold lines, the beginning, middle, and the end of that barcode, which that number for that is 6. Okay, equals 6. And when you think about that, it says, here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. It's telling you, if you got understanding, you got, eyes to see and ears to hear, you're going to understand, okay, this beast system is going to be centered around currency, okay, centered around buying, centered around selling, okay, and everything that you're buying and selling, every product that you use, okay, here in America, that's sold to you, has 666 on it. All right, as long as it has a barcode, it has 666 on it, and everything's got a barcode because it has to be traced back to something, right? Now they're gonna seek to put a barcode in you, and they want to trace you back to something. Who? To Esau, Edom. You're gonna be. He wants to completely own you. He wants ownership of you. All right, these bodies, these temples, which the Lord said was His temple, He wants ownership of it. He wants to put His eyes in it. Scriptures say the Lord's eyes are in every place. So Esau, Edom's eyes, he wants his eyes to be in every place because he said, we shall be like God. He wants to be like the Lord, YAHAWASHI. This devil's got a God complex. He's too haughty in his mind. His pride has exceeded the level that should be. Now it's reached up to the heavens and the Lord has noticed it. Like, man, this devil is really trying to be like me. Okay, he's at space stations. He's trying to come up and fight against the Lord. He keeps trying to destroy the sun and the moon and all these other, and all the stars, okay? But now he's gotten too far. Now he's going too far to a point he wants to put a chip inside of everybody, man. And really, he really wants to put it inside the elect. He wants to take the elect out of the earth, okay? The Lord's people and the elect. So he want to get all the Lord's people because he don't know who the elect is, okay? So he want to put a chip in all the Lord's people and then everybody else to cover it up. Like, yeah, these are the Israelites, but we're going to put it in everybody to cover it up that these are the Israelites that we're targeting, right? So this is what's coming, man. And this article just further proves that the MOTB is about to be established through AI, and it's going to be a digital technology thing. You see how Trump pumped billions of dollars towards cryptocurrencies, which is digital payments, really. Okay, and what you're gonna do with the chip is you're gonna do digital payments with the chip. Scan your hand or your forehead, and it's gonna be a digital payment. All right, this is the new age, the new world, the new way of life that they are trying to establish. And the Lord said He's not okay with it. So if you're okay with it, you're gonna be put down with this beast system and this new world order, so-called. All right, the Lord is about to establish His new world order. That's the only true new world order that's coming. That's why the scriptures say the heathens imagine a vain thing and they rage, because everybody looking to see who's going to be the next superpower in the world. Nobody ever looked or thought that Zion would be coming up to be on top, because they've been brought so low. They on the bottom now with no army and no country. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up, man. My neighbor's getting out of hand. But here it is. Lo and behold, Jake finna come up out of nowhere and be put on top. With that, I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you. Akim Nakwath, listening to the sincerity. Till next time, Yasharallah, I give all glory, honor, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAKUDASH. Shalom.